Alright, so as you've noticed, I've cleaned up the code. I mean, not the code, the users inside this particular table so that things will look just look okay. Then if I come back to this, we just have these two persons here. So like we said in the previous video, we're trying to output the image of each individual user. So this person have an image, but this person doesn't. If I come back to this, I click on this, you can see the image here, good. But if I click on this, it's blank. This is not good. I want to have a default image for those persons that don't have the image um, that has been inserted to the database like this. So how do we approach that? Well, let me come back to the code. We already have this running. We learned that from the previous video that this is coming from the database. So I think I'm going to remove this for now because we don't want that anymore. We still want to show more dynamism in PHP. Is that a word? Dynamism? I don't even know. Alright, so let's come above the image tag here. We can actually write the PHP up here or anywhere, but I like writing the PHP that is related to each of it. It's closer to it, like this. Look at this other one now. So this is talking about the icon. So this icon changes depending on the gender. So if it's a male or a female, it changes, and then we're putting it here. So I want to write the PHP code for this image source directly here. All right. So let me create my PHP tags first, then open that up. I think I'll just scroll it out a bit so that it matches there. Good. So for now, I'm going to create a variable, call it image. That's not a variable. Image, I don't know, toggle, image toggle. So this will change depending on the content. That's why I use this variable name. So I'm going to do some conditional statements below this. I'll check whether something exists. If it doesn't exist, then I'll put a different content. And what are we checking? We're checking if the user image exists. So if this form field is filled, then show. If it's not filled, then show something else. So I'll come down here and do, I like putting comments. I don't know if that's a thing, but just check if image name column is empty or filled, like so. So I'll come down here and say if, open a bracket. Now what we're checking, we're checking the image name field. So I'll write the image name field. So if the image name field is equal to and also of the same type of this, so if it's blank, that's what this is saying, then I should run this. So if it's blank, then image toggle is now going to be a string. We're going to now address it this. So if it's blank, it's supposed to show this. So what I'm going to do is going to say copy, is it the path or the relative path? I think it's the relative path. Let me see if I paste that. And then I'll change this to the forward slash. So I hope you understand what we're trying to do here. So if the image is blank, if the image column is blank, it should not output this. Else, that means if it's not blank, that means there's actually a content there. Then the image ID, not image ID, the image toggle is now equal to we know we're using the uploads here. So we cannot reference it directly, we reference it from the database. So I'm going to use single quotes again, and then this time I'll say uploads. Then I'm going to say upload slash. Now we can output this particular variable name directly here because this is a string, it won't work. And then you're trying to output an array key here, it won't work. So we use concatenation here, but it's doing basically the same thing just because of the type of information that is not allowing us to write it the same way we have the one above. So I'll say image underscore name and then save that. So If the image name is blank, it should show this, but if it's not blank, it should now show this, right? So what we'll do, we'll now reference this image toggle as the src. That way, content is going to be showing depending on if the user exists, if the user image exists or not. So that is that. What I'm going to do is go back to the home, just refresh this page. So let me click on coming to colorful and showing blank. That's because let me go back and click on return. That's showing blank. The reason it's showing blank is because I didn't use PHP tag here. So let me use PHP tags that I insert PHP tags here instead of just outputting it directly. So I'll say echo $image toggle and then save that. So let's go back here, click on this. So it's showing this, and then if I now click on the second one, if it's blank, it shows this. So it means that everything we did here is working. It's checking if it's blank, it's showing this. Then if it's not blank, it's showing this. And this goes to show how powerful PHP is. So with just this, you're able to make this. So any new user that we create, so let me do for two different users. I'm going to create a user one. This time I'll fill up information of the person, fill up this, fill up this, and then don't upload, right? Then the second person, then I'm going to fill it up. So let me change the person. Let me just use this default so I can see the difference. And then this time I'm going to upload an image. I've used this before. Oh, we have this DPs here. Let me pick the name, like this one, and then submit. Yeah, whatever. So I click on this, we have this picture. And the one before it, since we didn't upload, it now have the default one. So probably subsequently now write a query to update this to the correct one. So guys, that's how we use images PHP.